When the dark of the night comes around, that's the time.
Okay, so the first scene right here, as you can see, AJ's sitting down with a bunch of girls, because we all know that he's the Rizzler. And I should probably mention the sound selection, or the music selection. I chose The Weeknd because I know Elliot and AJ both like The Weeknd, and originally this was supposed to be a birthday collab for both of them, because both of their birthdays are in March. So the original plan, as you can see here in Blender, was to make a 3D model of Elliot, both Elliot and AJ. But it was taking too long, so yeah, decided not to do that. So originally the intro was supposed to be on this 3D Monopoly board, because we collected a bunch of Monopolies, and AJ and Elliot were supposed to be 2 players on it. Okay, so the next scene is a Stanley Cup, right? A 3D model of the Stanley Cup. Now, the problem with this is that I had to go into Blender, and this was the original 3D model. As you can see, it has the Habs logo on it, but I didn't want the Habs logo. So I actually had to go into edit mode and diffuse these vertices, right? So I had to diffuse all these vertices, and actually it left me with a hole in the back of the Stanley Cup. But luckily for me, I just used one area of the Stanley Cup, like the front in the edit, right? So it didn't really bother me. And for the next scene, as you can see, it's the Habs holding the Stanley Cup from 1993. And it zooms out. I know you didn't notice that clean transition when you were watching the edit, but it zooms out from AJ's eyes. And AJ's actually the Flash here. It's an inside joke. Yeah, so basically, the reason the hockey zooms out of AJ's eyes is because all AJ sees is hockey. That's his life. And then over here we have AJ's arch nemesis, Fanu. And here they're fighting. Unfortunately, I didn't have a side profile picture of AJ, or else I would have photoshopped his face into this, but I don't have a side profile picture of AJ, so I can do that. And then we zoom into the Uber Eats phone. Now it says, I know you didn't notice this. Wait, not this. This is actually my Uber Eats, but I had to Photoshop it. It says, Fanu is melting your parents and your ice cream. It was way too fast, so nobody noticed that. But not least, the final scene with the car. So this is a Corvette, but AJ has the Volkswagen Jetta, I believe. But I couldn't find a 3D model of the Volkswagen Jetta, so I had to roll with this. But this car looks better anyways. So this is what took me so long to finish the edit. Okay, so let me show you the Blender file. So if we go to layout, as you can see, this is how it looks like originally. It's the animation. So this took very, very long to render. It actually used almost 100% of my CPU to render this, and it crashed multiple times, and it wasn't rendering the video. So what I had to go and do was scan the system, and basically I made it so it rendered it into 250 different frames, right? And then I had to put these frames together as an image sequence in After Effects, and that's why it looks like a video. Alright, so all of that to say, happy 18th birthday, AJ.